Hello everyone, my name is Dutch Owen and I'm the project manager and lead systems coder for the Blackbird Simulations SR-71 project. This is another dev diary about the SR. It'll be less technical and more about people than about the airplane. In the summer of 2022, it was my honor to travel to California and meet with a real-life aircrew that flew the SR-71 for years together. Colonel Walter Watson and Major Brian Schull. They had both been our advisors on the project for some time, but this was the first in-person meeting. The main goals were to get recordings of real-life conversations between the pilot and RSO, and to learn more about the SR-71 than what's in the manual. Over the course of the 3 days I spent with them, they became Brian and Walt to me. The visit was a delight, and I left having made 2 new friends. My time with Brian and Walt was well spent. Because like when you visit a historical location you've only read about, you get a deeper perspective by being physically there and seeing and feeling its spirit, beyond just imagining it from maps and descriptions. Of course, the only way to really know the SR from a pilot's perspective would be to fly it. But now, there's not even a simulator in working condition, and only a select few have ever had that experience, which is akin to being an astronaut. So the best we can do is talk to pilots. And Brian was honest, open, and didn't hold back about what it was really like to fly this unique bird. We learned many details about what was done at every stage of a real flight, far beyond what's written in the formal manual. When all the business had been conducted and the final recordings made, Brian surprised me with an offer to take me out to Beale Air Force Base and see and touch a real SR-71. Seeing that SR-71 up close was a personal highlight for me. The value of all these background details in helping to bring you a truly authentic simulation is incalculable. Sadly, in May of 2023, Brian suddenly departed this plane of existence for his final flight, and he will be missed. Part of Brian's spirit will live on in some of the small details of the cockpit, and the way it responds, and some of its quirks that we'd never have known about by reading that 900-page manual, no matter how many times we read it. This SR-71 project has always been intended to be a monument to an iconic and unique aircraft, but will also now dedicate it to the memory of Major Brian Schull, pilot. Okay guys, when you come out here and you visit this SR, what does it make you think about?
How hot it is in the summertime.
It makes me think about the best office a person could have.
Mm-hmm.
Best office.
It was like yesterday, but every time I look at it, I think I really sat in there and did it.
Yeah, you flew that thing at 80,000 feet, Mach 2, 3, above 3.
Some pride and wonder that you think back on that.
It's hard to believe that this thing could go at 16 miles up and almost 2,000 miles an hour, and we did this almost 4 decades ago.
Wow.
That's hard to believe.
I think mostly I feel proud to be one of the lucky few to get to do it, and happy I got to do it with Walter. We were a good crew, and it's just hard to believe you did it all some days. It's good to come out every now and then and refresh that memory.
It's awesome for me to come out and take a look at it for the first time. I'll back up a little bit so we get a view of the office up there that you worked in.
Yeah.
Little tiny thing, barely looks like somebody barely fit in there.
We'll try it with a spacesuit.
Yeah, you're really jammed in there.
Well, we appreciate you guys making this wonderful simulation of the greatest airplane ever built. It's good to keep the memory of it alive with people who really appreciate it.
Dutch, we appreciate everything you've done and your patience, perseverance, and professionalism. Par excellence.
I'm going to give you the keys to the jet now. You can take off.
Thank you. I'm ready to go.